Hey guys, and welcome back to the Free Skate. I'm Ryan, this is Jesse. It's been a little while since we've had a video, but you know what? Some nationals have happened, Canadians happened, and we are going to delve right into that. And we're going to hit it right on the head. The ladies, Canadian Free Skate and all that jazz. It happened alright.
I'm less than impressed with the whole entire event. I thought it was boring, it was bland. Not much to look forward to. There's not much to look forward to in Canadian skating right now, and that's just the cold hard truth. But that's facts.
No, you got to back it up a bit because Ice Dance, I feel, is in very good hands. Ice Dance, we have
Well, that's
four
true,
strong
actually.
contending teams for sure.
No, I'll go with one upcoming team that I really like. You know them.
Yeah.
What's their names?
Marjorie LaJoy and Zachary Laga.
You guys should definitely go check them out at the Canadian Nationals. It just happened our past weekend here. Go look at their short and their long. It was really, really good. They're a team that is definitely going to be in the run for something in the future, maybe 2 years at the Olympics. Again, the judging system is so screwed up. I don't understand anything about it anymore. You know, Piper and Paul, I don't even know these names anymore. They're Canadian. They won by like 27 points, which is so ludicrous and ridiculous. Like, I watched both programs of the young ones that we just talked about, and there's no 27-point difference. That's just
I think it comes down
crazy.
to the levels, though.
In any other sport, you don't see first place to second place of a 20-something point difference. You just don't see that. That's just not okay, and it's not acceptable. It makes the league, or not the league, but the sport look so bush league.
I think they missed some of their levels in some things, so they weren't all level 4s across the board. For a junior team to go into senior ranks and have that packed of a program, though, and put up that score is actually incredible. They will hands down be Canada's team in the future, and they're just adding to Canada's repertoire. They have so they won the silver medal. The bronze medal went to Susie Simkiris, and they're reserving a spot for Lawrence Fournier Baudry and Nikolai Sorensen to come back from injury until they announce the full world team. So Piper and Paul have the world spot, obviously, and Zachary and Marjorie have the second spot, but that third spot is up for grabs. So it's either going to be Susie Simkiris, or I feel like they're going to give the Danish now Canadian team a chance if they are ready to go, because they've posted very strong international scores.
All right, so let's move to Paris.
Well, he never watched his Paris, but more towers.
But it's just, there's nothing to look forward to, especially in Canada either. Like, again,
well,
more towers is our best chance.
No,
okay,
I
we're
mean,
not getting anywhere. Sorry, I'm gonna be cold hard truth about Canada. Because
I feel like if Dylan and Kristen are clean at the Worlds, they could probably maybe nick a bronze medal. Top 5 for sure, hands down. So
okay, that's great. So how was second place?
So they were Canada's champion, but Evelyn Walsh and Trent showed they were the ones in spinning out. They're doubles in spinning out, and
Right.
Trent is Kate Mossman's boyfriend. They won the silver medal. They've had a really disastrous season, so for them to come back and skate really strong at nationals and nab that silver medal is super impressive for them. Now I think Skate Canada is also waiting to see what Four Continents brings, and they're not naming the world team other than Michael and Kristen, because Evelyn Walsh and Trent have been very inconsistent, and I think they want to see what's going to happen at the next competition first. So we'll have to see, and they're going to battle out between Charlie Bilodeau and Alicia Skina. Which, by the way, I don't think you don't watch, but the pairs lift at the end of that program is phenomenal. Lubov in that air, and while she balances, like, he's like this, and she balances her elbows on top of, like...
I seen it because you tweeted it.
Yeah.
So I seen it.
That's super impressive. I've never seen a lift like that before. That's got to be some serious, like, GOEs and level 4s there for that.
And then let's just cut it to our women. Absolute embarrassing. I mean, no, I'm not just talking about one. I'm not talking about 2 of them. I'm talking about that entire field from 1 to freaking 20. Embarrassing. I mean, are you kidding me? I've never seen such low scores, you guys. I've never seen so many terrible I'm sorry, I'm trying to be nice, but that's how you pay to watch that? No. Like, we're in a sport and in a business where, listen, like, this is called entertainment. We pay our hard-earned dollars to watch it. I would not pay to watch that. It was that bad. Gabby Delman, unfortunately, I feel so bad for her, but since her break, it's just... I think also the sport, like I told you, is also caught up to her. If she doesn't change, she can't be in
But
the game.
hold on, pause for Gabby Dillman for a second. You guys also, we have to remember that she has pneumonia right now. You can't just come back from pneumonia and like skate lights out. It's very, pneumonia stays in you for weeks, if not months after. When I had pneumonia, I got very, very sick, and I had my infection after my antibiotics for 6 months.
Which is fair, but then you can't. Earlier in the year, she didn't have pneumonia, and you know she was just as awful.
No, I felt
like she's been awful since her comeback. And she does have her speed back, but it's just she can't land anything now.
Yeah.
And the whole thing is like, listen, I have mental illness, so I know about that type of stuff, and like. I can tell when she's skating, she's definitely thinking and worrying so much. It's like one fall and she's in her head and she's probably got things telling her 100 million things.
I mean, it's hard to also come out not competing all year and knowing that you are expected to win this national championship.
And she was expected to win.
Unfortunately, I think that just got to her a little bit too much, and she might have not mentally been ready. I don't know if she really got affected by the pneumonia. I don't know how bad the case was, but she definitely got mentally affected.
Like, so suffering through that type of stuff, you have to have a support system. You have to have something that you can lean on and something that you can control your emotions and control your thoughts before you go into something like that. Because if you don't, it's gonna unravel.
Right.
And then you gotta have the tools to understand, okay, listen, like, I know how I feel and I know how my body works when this comes at me, or if this happens, and maybe in the situation of her nerves going out there for the first time, or if she falls. So in those things, she knows kind of like, oh, that plays with my mind. You gotta be honest with yourself though. You gotta say, this stuff affects me. So I gotta work at this part for me to get better in the aspect of the mental illness part. So she needs those tools. You need to remember those tools and those things that you gotta do. Like if that was me, for instance, I would be like, listen, okay, I would have like probably the person who I lean on the most. I would talk to them before I go out there. I'd make sure I'm mentally ready and fired up and everything, because you gotta have a great mind. So unfortunately, it's a serious thing for her, and it's clearly showing on the ice that it's affecting her big time. Just meaning that, like, she has to make sure she has the goods and the support and the tools to go out there in front of an audience and be able to fall and be okay, to land everything and be okay, to have a crappy mark and be okay, and then have a great mark and be okay. You have to be able to handle all of that. If you can't, it's gonna affect you the next day again. Right. And then you're gonna sit there and lean on it and be upset about it. So that's what I know that like can play triggers in your mind. So I hope that she's getting and understands the real aspect of what she needs to go through, and that's the mental part is really, really tough, especially in a sport of figure skating, where marks is literally huge, right? Like, I just think Gabby also needs to go out there and skate more competitions, because then she'll get the feel again. Like, she just hasn't she hasn't had that chance to keep going and going.
It's her first competition back, right?
Right, like, and it's just so hard to, like, your nationals, it's all the pressure in the world.
Right. So, about the Canadian champion, I don't think a lot of people really know who she is, but she is a junior coming up. I think she's actually quite talented. She's got some triples under her belt, and being a Canadian junior, that's actually pretty rare for her to have, which is nice to see. She's not actually a bad skater either. She's something I think she can work on.
Honestly, you guys, I'm not buying what he's selling, and I'm going to tell you right.
Did you even watch her?
Yeah. I watched the short. Just saying.
Did you watch the long?
Kinda. Sorta.
Anyways,
I'm sorry.
Listen, we all are very aware that she's not going to.
All of the names in Canadian women's, it was like this right beside them. You could just go like this. Never mind, put where their province was or Canada symbol. Just put who. I didn't know one name. Didn't understand what was going on. The numbers were so low. They're about 60 marks from even competition, like competitive. Like, it's bad, man. Like, I'm sorry. I'm going to be upfront honest. It's bad. Like, the women in Canada, and we have no excuse. we're a winter country, and we have no excuse to have these issues all the time.
Yeah, it's a little mind-boggling on how Canada can't produce competitive women
Something's
on a
not
consistent
right
basis. I'm not sure.
in the
You know
lower
what? We have there's always a competitive ice dance team. There's always half-decent competitive pairs teams. The men are fairly consistent at being somewhere within the top 5 to 8, if not medaling. Ladies, though, is far and few between them. We've had Caitlin Osmond, Gabby Delman has medaled for us in the past, and we've had Johnny Rochette. Really, other than those 3 ladies,
honestly,
who have we had?
No one.
Jennifer Robinson used to be our champion for a very long time, and I think the highest she got was 6th in the world, and that was like a big.
And that was when everyone probably just retired in the same year.
Well, other than that, we had. I mean,
My
this
videos
year,
when I tell
I
you
think
about that
everyone
stuff.
is quite aware that Canada's not going to place top 10 in the world.
This year, I'm
Unless-
talking about even the future, like
Oh,
next year's.
absolutely, we could. And our
Whoa.
junior champion, you know what? Our junior champion would have won the silver senior medal, and she's very young. She has some potential.
Yeah,
I
okay.
really-
Well, the Russians say, yeah, challenge me, bro.
Okay, well, they said that to everyone.
Japan says, challenge me, bro.
Okay, other than, bro.
USA will still beat Canada, bro.
Who?
We're not even close.
Who's going to be?
Brady Tennell can beat
Okay,
any of our.
Brady Snell. Who else is there?
Mariah Bell. Mariah Bell
Mariah
can beat
Bell.
her.
That's
Yeah,
true. Mariah
thank
Bell's
you.
pretty good.
So anyway, I'm just saying we're way below everyone else, and everyone out there knows it. You can sit there and sell your product. Go ahead and
Sell my
I'll watch
product.
it. Yeah, sell your Canadian
So in the
women
upcoming few years, we have a few ladies to watch. I think that we could have a half-decent chance for top 10s, top 5s, eventually with these ladies. But we're going to have to see how they develop. Now, this is not a guarantee, clearly, but obviously it's not in the cards this year. It's probably not going to be in the cards next year. But let's wait 2-3 years and see where all these ladies are at. We'll see if Gabby ends up coming back. We'll see what she decides. But the Canadian ladies skating, I think, is a big question mark right now.
Can you pause this TV? Not editing that out. Go, keep going. This is live. Pause. You
We're not
see,
even
like-
on video yet. I don't even know what I was saying.
Well, what do you mean we're not? It's on. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't buy what you're selling.
I'm not selling anything.
You're trying to show people that we got some up and comings, and I'm telling you, no, I watched
When
it.
I say
know.
up and coming, I'm not saying world champions.
Oh my gosh, I'm not
saying,
even
like-
saying top 5 or 10.
Move on to the men. That was kind of half surprising. I mean, I think if you look at the broader picture, it's not absolutely shocking. We thought it was a 2-horse race between Keegan and Nam to win, to place 1-2. I think
I actually was
everyone-
always saying Roman though.
Well, yeah,
don't know.
I mean, I think a lot of people were thinking Roman could kind of sneak in the back door a little bit. And he skated well enough, and he deserved that title. So Roman Sadovsky is the 2020 Canadian champion. And Skate Canada has not quite yet said who's going to Worlds.
But again, you guys,
I
it was
feel-
less than impressive again.
I feel that I feel Roman should go. And
I do
I'll tell
too.
you why. I feel like he should go because he's earned a Grand Prix medal this year. He's shown that he can compete on the world stage with Yuzuru Hanyu on his podium, which is
He won the
special, too.
Nationals just now.
He did with the Nationals. He does have his quads. And he's... Even though Nam and Keegan both have higher international scores than Roman, Nam and Keegan haven't had the best track record of World Championships either. Last
But
year,
I don't
they
put-
lost our spots.
I don't even have any confidence in Nam. I'm sorry, but that's
Nam didn't... Nam,
Zero.
was it 2 years ago? Didn't even make the free skate. So, I mean, like... Nam's been fairly consistent this year. So... I don't know. I guess they'll have to see until Four Continents. So
I would be sending Roman or Keegan, but I want Roman because I think he deserves the chance to go out there. Like, listen,
I do too. I think
he won the
Roman's
freaking
a-
Nationals. You know what? You know what? Okay, I don't know what that was, but my sister just ruined everything. But anyways, Christmas is done. So, but anyways, Roman deserves to go because you know what? You gotta reward somebody who just won the Nationals like that.
Yeah, I agree. And you know what? And if Roman skates well at Worlds, I highly believe that he can place top 10.
What happened? Is everything everywhere?
They're all over the floor.
What's everywhere, Ryan? Oh my god.
Fruit
guys.
Loops.
There's Fruit Loops.
Oh, he just ate that off the floor.
He just ate that. Okay, really? Okay, I am never kissing him again.
That's a lie.
You guys
You know we had Fruit Loops.
Well,
Okay, anyways, we're trying to eat. Okay, why are you eating off the floor? That's so gross.
Do we have them, bro?
No, we don't own a broom. We own a central vac. So grab the vac and sweep it up.
You won't go-
I don't know.
Hard
anymore.
truth.
I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Just get this over with because honestly, you guys, the Nationals was terrible. So anyways, you guys, that's the end of our video. I was less than impressed. Ryan was probably 10 out of 10 impressed. You know him. You guys hear eating, it's the dogs eating Fruit Loops off our floor right now, but don't worry about it.
Yeah.
So anyways, you guys, thanks again for watching our video. Hopefully you enjoyed this, but honestly, I don't know what there's really to enjoy except for me. If you want to see more of me and my funniness and my hilarious, trust me, it won't be in this video, it'll be in the next videos because this one was less than impressive. Thank you. See ya. Bye. No talk.